Okay, great to be back. This is Car Show Radio on SiriusXM. I'm Jim Meigs, editor of Popular Mechanics. I'm joined here by Eddie Alterman, the editor of Car and Driver, and Larry Webster, editor of Road and Track.
Great to be here.
And we're thrilled to have with us for this segment Al Oppenheiser, who's the chief engineer for Camaro at GM and a true car guy to the core. So, Al, you've got some exciting news on Camaro. We've been talking a lot in this show before you got here about the rise of horsepower, American muscle, and the glories of performance. So talk to us a little bit about the new Camaro.
Isn't it great that in 2013, with all the focus on fuel economy, that we're here in New York talking about the Z28 resurgence, and like you said, the horsepower wars, they're still alive and well. It's awesome. I would say that in the third and fourth generations, the Z28's heritage kind of lost its way, didn't know what it wanted to be. Thank goodness it stayed alive, and people have some kind of memory of a Z28, whether it be an IROC or a 69 Donahue replica. I mean, it's had a name in the sports car segment forever. So this car is the same kind of car. It will be a historical collector car. It's not a poser car. It is specifically touched on every component for the track.
How do you make sure, like one of the things I think you did such a good job with the ZL1 versus the SS was you brought back that tactile, visceral feel to the car. I think these days it's fairly easy to make something that goes fast and produces good numbers, but the real trick is making that behind the wheel experience so thrilling. You know, the sound of the motor, what the steering feels like, the brakes, everything like that. And ZL1 was a big step forward in that direction. What have you done with this car to get there?
Well, that's a great question, Larry, and we've spent time with the ZL1 with you, and it's exactly the same with the Z28. We've got an awesome performance team, our development engineers, our design engineers. Most of us are Camaro guys. If not, we've had one in our past. We spend hours day and night in these cars. That tactile feel, that connection with the driver. They're driver-focused vehicles. We do things. We spent hours on exhaust note. It has to sound right. Yeah. We spend hours on shift feel. We designed that 5.1 to 1 ratio short throw shifter. It's just phenomenal. So this Z28 has that same shifter in it. We make sure that the car allows the driver to feel like a better driver and push their capabilities because the car can handle it.
Do you guys even go as far as to think like, all right, 95% of the time they're just doing their daily grind, and we want to make sure that the car is still fun and entertaining when you're not foot to the floor? How do you do that?
Well, the ZL1's a good example of that. It's a car advertised for the strip, the track, and the street, and it does all three just fantastically. The Z28, however, again, true to its heritage, is a road racing machine, and the car is frankly not going to be for every driver for daily use. You're going to find it like a track car. It's going to feel like a track car. It's got Pirelli Trofeo R tires on it. They have a 1.05 lateral capability with the car. It's got carbon ceramic brakes. We put the car on a diet. This car is 300 pounds, approximately less than a ZL1. Over 100 pounds lighter than an SS that it started from.
So what is that? Lighter glass or thinner glass?
Yes.
No radio.
If I could.
No radio. Whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
You got it. I'm telling you, you talk about car guys. We thrive on this stuff, and it's a debate with our marketing folks, because when you have a vehicle that commands the price of some of these performance Camaros, you want sunroofs, you want audio, and so on. Offer with, you know what? Does it
have air conditioning?
It's optional. So when you order a standard Z28, it's optional air conditioning. It's optional up-level radio. We would have pulled the whole radio system, but the way our electronics work, the seatbelt chime goes through a speaker, so you have to have a chime for the seatbelt driving one speaker. If you want to pose, you can get your up-level radio system.
So this is the car where the real fanatics got to go crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was no limits from a performance standpoint. I mean, the car stands on its own as a styling icon and a halo brand for Chevrolet, but this was a performance exercise.
Will it be quicker around a road course than a ZL1? Sorry.
It will be. Our development testing right now, we're over 3 seconds faster than a ZL1.